Software engineering is changing faster than at any point in the history. And here's the truth. In 2025, being a developer won't just be about writing code anymore. It's about knowing how to work with AI. Developers who can adapt will be 10 times more productive. Those who can't, well, they risk becoming irrelevant. So, in this video, I want to walk you through the exact skills you need to stay relevant as an AI-first software engineer. Whether you're just starting out or you've been coding for years, these are the skills that will make the difference between being stuck in the past or building the future. Let's start with a mindset shift. The role of a developer has already evolved. 10 years ago, memorizing syntax, knowing every method in JavaScript or every SQL command that made you a strong engineer. But today, those are just baseline skills. With AI coding assistants like GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT, and Claude, the machine can generate that boilerplate code for you in seconds. What actually matters is how well you can direct those tools towards solving real-world problems. Think of it like this. AI is your co-pilot. It can autocomplete your thoughts, suggest solutions, even debug your code. But you are still the pilot. You are responsible for direction, the decisions, and the big picture. If you approach your career thinking, I just need to write code faster, you're missing the point. The AI-first software engineer is valuable not because they type fast, but because they think strategically and design effectively. That's the shift. Now, let's break down the actual skills you need to master. First, AI literacy. This doesn't mean you need a PhD in machine learning. It means you should understand how large language models actually work, what they are good at, and more importantly, where they fail. For example, you need to know about hallucinations, biases, and the fact that AI doesn't really understand code the way a human does. It predicts patterns. That means your job is to partly double-check, test, and make sure the code works in reality. Engineers who blindly copy-paste AI output will always fall behind those who can filter it intelligently. Second, system design and architecture. This is where humans shine. Snippets of code are easy to generate, but designing a scalable backend architecture, a secure authentication system, or a multi-service cloud deployment requires judgment and experience. If AI is your intern, system design is the job it can't do without supervision. Companies will pay a premium for engineers who can think at this higher level. That's why, if you haven't already, dive deeper into system design, understanding trade-offs, learn about scaling patterns, caching, distributed systems, and security practices. Because AI may generate code, but it won't tell you whether your microservices architecture is going to collapse under real-world traffic. Third, prompt engineering and tool chaining. This is one of the newest skills that's emerging. Prompt engineering is essentially the new programming language. The better you are at communicating with AI, giving it structured prompts, breaking down tasks, feeding in the right context, the more useful it becomes. And it goes beyond just prompts. In 2025, engineers will need to know how to chain AI tools together. That could be using LangChain, connecting vector databases for retrieval augmented generation, or building custom workflows that combine multiple models. Think of it as building an AI team of agents, each specializing in different tasks, and orchestrating them into a working system. That's going to be a huge differentiator. Fourth, data fluency. AI runs on data. If you can clean data, analyze it, and make it useful, you instantly become more valuable. That means being comfortable with SQL, knowing how to pre-process data sets, and even understanding concepts like embeddings and similarity search. Vector databases like Pinecone or Weaviate or even open source options are becoming critical in AI-first systems. In fact, one of the most in-demand skills I'm seeing right now is combining traditional development with data engineering, because AI doesn't work without good data pipelines. Fifth, security and ethics. This one can be ignored. AI introduces new vulnerabilities. Think about prompt injection attacks, leaking sensitive data into models, or maliciously crafted inputs that break systems. If you are the kind of engineer who can spot these risks and design around them, you'll be in high demand. And ethics matters too. Companies don't just want working systems, they want systems that are safe, fair, and responsible. Being the developer in the room who can think beyond does it run to should it run, that's a career superpower. But let's step back for a second. With all this talk about AI, you might be wondering what's left for humans. Here's the good news. There is a lot. AI can remix ideas, but humans bring true creativity. AI can generate solutions, but humans provide critical thinking, the ability to look at an output and say, that doesn't make sense in this context. And maybe most importantly, humans bring communication and domain expertise. If you can explain technical solutions to non-technical people, if you can connect business goals with a technical design, you become irreplaceable. Remember this, in 2025, the engineer who thrives isn't just a coder, they are a communicator, a problem solver, and a bridge between humans and machines. So, what can you do right now to future-proof your career? Let me give you some practical steps. Use AI daily. Don't just play with it. Make it part of your workflow. Use it to generate code, yes, but also use it for brainstorming, architecture discussions, and even writing documentation. The more fluent you are with AI tools, the more natural it becomes. Practice evaluating AI output. This is huge. Don't just copy-paste. Treat AI's answer as a first draft. Run tests, analyze it, and make it better. That's the real skill. Stay current with platforms. OpenAI, Anthropic, Hugging Face, LangChain, AWS Bedrock, Pinecone, these platforms are evolving rapidly. The more familiar you are, the more job-ready you are. Build AI-powered projects. Whether it's an open source contribution, a hackathon project, or a side hustle, start integrating AI into real-world apps. This is the best way to learn. Develop hybrid skills. Mix software engineering with product thinking, data science, or DevOps. Think of yourself as a multi-tool. The more intersections you cover, the more valuable you become. And just as important as what you should learn, here's what not to waste time on. Don't waste hours memorizing syntax. That's what AI is for. You will still need to understand the language, but rote memorization is no longer a superpower. Don't get stuck doing repetitive low-level coding tasks. Those jobs are being automated away. And don't over-specialize in tools or frameworks that don't integrate with AI workflows. If your stack doesn't play nicely with AI, it probably won't last long. So, here's the bottom line. The engineers who thrive in 2025 won't be the ones who type the fastest or memorize the most syntax. They'll be the ones who can think critically, design at scale, and work fluently in AI-first world. If you start building these skills now, you won't just keep up, you'll be ahead of the curve. And if you found this helpful, check out my next video where I show you how to build a powerful API. Because before you start using AI, you first need to learn best practices and architecture patterns so you can guide your AI code assistant.